We basically give guys the cheat code. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever in the world you are. My name is Meech. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. As always, grateful to have you here. Before I even start this video, I wanted to say to you guys, can we get into this hair? Like, can we really get into this hair? I am loving it. Takes a new kind of confidence to rock an updo, and this is the second updo I've ever had. Of course, all details regarding my hair are on my Instagram page, so if you don't have me on there, what are you waiting for? Head over to my Instagram and of course follow along. Let me know YouTube sent you. So today I wanted to introduce to you guys a new series on my channel. Of course, as it's Monday, I wanted it to be a mindset Monday video. So just like a nugget or some food for thought, something to kind of get your week started on the right foot. So if you like those kind of videos, definitely do subscribe, leave a comment, and give this video a thumbs up because it lets me know that you guys like these kind of videos, and of course helps the algorithm, and you know you gotta help your girl out. So the series I wanted to introduce to you guys today is called Her 69 Perspective. It's basically going to be content around relationships. You're probably wondering why I'm calling it Her 69 Perspective. So I want to give you a visual. So imagine myself and you are standing looking at each other as we are right now, and I drew a 6 on the floor between us. For me, if I look down at that, it's going to be a 6. However, you who are standing facing me, if you look down at that, it's going to be a 9. So I guess it just kind of shows there's different perspectives, there's different ways to look at things. How you might perceive one thing might not be how somebody else perceives another thing. So I'm hoping that this series can explore different perspectives from a female perspective, of course, because I identify as a female, and it gives you some kind of insight, whether you're a woman or a man, whatever your gender is, hopefully you can take something from these videos, maybe you can relate. And secondly, my star sign is a Cancer, and the symbol for a Cancer is a 6/9 on top of each other. So I thought I'd kind of toy with the two because Cancer for the win. So I'm loving the visuals today. I'm gonna give you another visual. So imagine a pendulum. If you don't know what a pendulum is, think of like a grandfather clock, which has the little ticky-tock thing that swings at the bottom. Imagine like an actual pendulum. I'll put a visual in here somewhere, but imagine a pendulum, and on one side you've got when the relationship is hot, and on the other side is when the relationship is cold. I found myself dating guys who swing on the two extremes so quickly, and I always wondered to myself, like, why are they being inconsistent? Like, what is it that makes guys swing hot to cold? Just to be a bit more clear, when the relationship is hot, that's when you're probably texting all the time, maybe you're having lots of sex, maybe you're just enjoying spending a lot of time with each other and you're just really enjoying each other's company. And then on the other side, when it's cold, is when he ices you a little bit, maybe he's ghosting you, maybe he's pushing you away a little bit, not answering calls and texts as quickly as he once used to. And the relationship kind of swings between those two extremes consistently. And you start to think, like, what is it? What is it about this guy that is so inconsistent? And I say guy because, like I said, I identify as a female, I date guys, so I can only give my perspective on dating guys. However, I do have friends who are inconsistent and are females and behave this way in relationships, and I do have male friends who tell me that they are with inconsistent women, so it works both ways. But like I said, can only speak on my own perspective. It's very easy to just write somebody off as being inconsistent and kind of just throw them to the side because, like I said, it's easy. Who wants to stress? No one deserves to kind of feel like you're walking a tightrope or you're walking on eggshells, or you don't know when the person's gonna switch from behaving one way to the other way. And I've found sometimes guys have been inconsistent because I've given away too much too quickly. And when I say given away too much too quickly, I mean told them all my intentions, told them what I expect from them, told them how to behave with me, and it leaves no room for mystery. A lot of the time we put everything on the table right away, and you're almost giving somebody a blueprint of how to treat you without them having to show you who they are, without you setting your expectations. And there's only so long somebody can be a certain way with you when it's not authentic. And one thing I've definitely learned is a person who is not consistent is not being authentic. And I can say I'm guilty of this myself. Maybe you date a guy and he doesn't like women who smoke. So you hide the fact that you smoke. But there's going to be a time where, of course, it's a habit. You're going to end up smoking and you're going to revert to your natural self. There's only so long you can be inauthentic. The same way a guy might not like somebody who drinks. And again, you're hiding the fact that you drink, whether it's socially or by yourself or just on occasions, you hide that. And there's only, like I said, so long that you can be this inauthentic self. So a lot of the time, I feel like as women, we don't keep things to ourselves. We put everything out there and we basically give guys the cheat code, and it leaves them no room to show us their true habits and their true intentions and how they truly feel about you and what they're willing to do without you having to tell them. So sometimes that can cause a swing between that hot and that cold, because when you're hot is when he's doing everything that you've told him that you want from him. He's doing everything that you set the blueprint for. He's doing everything correct in your eyes, but you don't even realize you've already whittled off that list to him. So for him, easy breezy. There's no work involved. He just needs to remember the things that you told him and make sure that he doesn't fall off that. But then when he does fall off that is when he's acting cold, because there's only so long someone can keep up a charade. There's only so long somebody can be something that they're not. There's only so long that somebody can follow guidelines and rules before they revert back to their natural selves and their natural habits. So sometimes have that 60-40 where you keep 60 for yourself and you give 40 to the relationship. Of course, as the relationship progresses and you become more comfortable and you become familiar with each other, and that there is no hiding. You know that the person that you're dating is the person that you're dating. There's no secrets, there's no secret agenda. Then of course you can shift that balance. But as you're still trying to fill somebody out, it's good to keep a little bit for yourself. I feel like sometimes society makes us feel as though we have to mold and we can't build as women by ourselves and we can't be independent women, and that everything we do ultimately is to be in a relationship or to be a wife or to be somebody else's, and we lose focus of the things that we loved outside of the relationship while we were still single. Sometimes we need to date ourselves. We need to find out the things that we like about ourselves, the hobbies that we enjoy, things outside of the relationship. I think it's so important for women to have friends as well. As much as your partner should be like your best friend, it's very, very helpful for you to have friends outside of the relationship. That gives you time apart from your partner, gives you time to enjoy things alone, to enjoy things with your friends, and then you have certain things that you do with your partner as well. So I think it's very important to establish hobbies outside of your relationship, establish hobbies and things that you do by yourself, and just enjoy solitude. There's a difference between being alone and being lonely. And I feel like some people blur the lines between the two, and it shouldn't be that. So definitely date yourself and figure out the things that you enjoy and that you like. When you don't have hobbies outside of the relationship is when you can be seen as a bit clingy, or you might become very, very attached. And I'm not saying being attached is a bad thing, but of course everything in moderation. And I feel like, again, going back to that pendulum, you're gonna be so hot in your relationship and so like clingy and so attached, and then it's gonna cause your partner to pull away a little bit. Whether your partner is a girl or a guy, it's gonna make the person pull away a little bit, just because they're gonna feel a little bit suffocated, like they don't have any space, especially if they're very comfortable and secure in themselves and they have interests and hobbies outside of the relationship. So where they pull away, you're almost going to feel like, okay, it's tit for tat, and then the relationship's just going to be iced on both sides, and that's not what you want. You want to find a nice balance where you do enjoy time together, but you do also enjoy time apart. I think it's healthy for relationships. I think it allows relationships to have that space apart so you can come together and talk about certain things and keep the relationship interesting. Make sure there's topics of conversation that you can have, and it establishes interdependence, knowing that you still have your independence, but when you come together, it's an even more beautiful thing. And I feel like lastly, when you feel the inconsistency, it can play on your insecurities. I feel like you can start to think, what's wrong with me? What is it I've done? Or you start doing tit for tat, or you start to just resent your partner in general. And again, I don't feel like that is healthy. And one thing I've learned over time is that how a person's words and actions make you feel is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. So I think it's very important to identify what triggers you and what makes you feel less than, what makes you feel insecure, what makes you feel like you have to question your own self-worth, essentially. And once you identify those triggers, you've got to commit to doing the work. You can't expect a relationship to change or how you are in relationships to change if you're not committed to doing the work. You need to identify what triggers you, whether that's something to do with your inner child, whether that's just, like I said, your fear of being alone or your fear of being lonely and just not really loving yourself. Once you understand that you are a beautiful and amazing person by yourself and somebody can only add to that, no one can steal your peace. No one can steal your self-worth. No one can ever make you feel less than. No one can ever make you feel insecure. It's all about being secure within yourself. So as much as you might feel like you're in a relationship or you're dating someone or you're in a situationship and this person is blowing hot and cold with you or this person is being inconsistent, there might be room for you to look at yourself. And I'm not bashing you. I'm not saying that how you move in relationships is wrong. I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I'm just saying sometimes there is another perspective. Sometimes there is another way to look at things. When it comes to emotions and dealing with other people, it's all a perception of your reality and how you see things and how you process life. So the next time you are in a situationship or you're dating somebody and you feel like this person is blowing hot and cold with you, identify what your hobbies are outside of the relationship and things that you like to do by yourself. Identify whether you've given too much of yourself to this person and they were following a blueprint and now they're just showing you their true colors. Like Maya Angelou said, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And lastly, identify anything that triggers you, anything that makes you feel sad, anything that doesn't make you feel empowered and the best version of yourself. Identify that and commit to doing the work. I hope this video has been insightful in some ways. I don't like to talk too much. I like to keep things short and sweet. I don't like to deliver like a conclusion. I like to just kind of offer different ways to look at things. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoy the rest of what's to come within this series. There will be loads more videos, loads more content, and you can look out for them on a Monday. So of course, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, share it with your girlfriends, your guy friends, whoever you want to share it with. And if you're not already, subscribe, follow me on any social media, and stay fierce, stay real, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.